Hi there, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But keep in mind, it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, and energies resonate for you in your particular situation. And hopefully help bring you clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the numerology guidance cards today. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What does the collective need to know? Foundation on the energy going on right now. Please and thank you. Oh, we got physical activity coming on through. So it's about getting physical, maybe joining a sport. I actually see tennis, maybe hiking. I do see something outside, maybe just walking in the park, basketball, roller skating, hula hooping. Maybe you're joining a gym or something that involves a group, even a group setting, or getting a partner that helps you out, gives you a little boost, keeps you on your toes. Maybe a personal trainer, maybe doing some yoga. It can even be yin yoga at the end of the night that just gets you in touch and relaxes your body and your muscles. It's doing something physical, and it's going to bring you the endorphins you need to be more in touch with your physical energy. It's going to change your energy by doing this. It's going to make you feel good. It's also a 13. It's going to bring you total transformation. Maybe some of you are getting more into a routine with something, but with the physical activity, it's got to be something you love. Because if you don't love it and you're not into it, you can have a great goal in the beginning, but then you're going to fizzle away, or you're going to get bored and plateau. But when you keep it interesting for you, whatever that is, it doesn't matter what kind of activity this is, it just has to pique your interest so you get excited. And that's how you stay continuous with something. That's how you grow. But for some of you, if you get bored fast, maybe you need to switch it up. Go roller skating one day, play basketball another day, go to the gym and jump rope or lift weights another day, kickboxing another day. And if some of you like routine, you still have to find a way to switch it up. Switch up the music that you listen to, switch up the level that you walk on the treadmill or the incline. Change something up so your body doesn't become plateaued. So your body keeps getting surprised. Keep it guessing. Keep you guessing. That'll keep you going. But maybe it's just starting. Once you start, if you start something and you're like, I don't like driving to the gym, then maybe you need to do something in your yard or in your living room. Or if you're doing something here and you get distracted, like in your house, and you get distracted by the laundry and the dishes and the TV and all that, or what you have to do with work or phone calls, and maybe you need to join a group where you are inspired by others and you get to go somewhere and it feels like something special that you look forward to. And keep trying different things until you find that one. This is coming through today for a reason. It's going to bring you a lot of, I just feel happy, inspired, uplifted. It's that feeling after you've just done a workout. And in the beginning, you're like, I don't know, it was kind of hard. And then afterwards, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. It also will help you sleep better if you're having trouble with sleeping. So let's see. What are we going to bounce around to? Let's do this one. Where are the cards? This is the Enchanted Map. Clarity for the collective on physical activity. please, and thank you. I have no idea why I hear the song Lady. Lady, Hear Me Tonight. I'm staring at physical activity, and that song came through. I can't get who sings it, though. There's another song, it's called You. It's a similar kind of song, and I can't get who does that one either, but I will find both of those and put them below. Maybe there's something in the lyrics or in the video. Clarity for the collective on physical activity, please, and thank you. Listening. And the elephant is listening to music. So maybe music is really important with this. The energy that you listen to. You hear something in a song, but you could also really be hearing somebody out where you're processing and understanding what is being said. Also, somebody could really be listening to you, ready to listen to you. There is a little tiny birdie here. And maybe you get a message, but with the musical notes, I'm getting you get a message through music. More of a synchronistic, energetic message that makes sense to you, that relates to maybe something that you are going through right now. Sometimes music can help us process something we are going through emotionally that could be buried down there, because you can hear a song and just have that emotion go through you and you don't know where that came from. Maybe it's something that happened in the past you never dealt with, but hearing something with both that melody, the harmony, the musical energy, the beat, with the words and with the expression of how the words come through when something is really heard, it can make a big difference. It can be healing. I'm not sure why I see this wheat here as a harvest either. Maybe you have a harvest coming through, or this is weeding away something that is no longer growing, because it does look like it's not green and lush. It looks like it's dried up. All right, let's get clarity. That's number 53, which does take you to an 8, which is manifesting. I'm going to show you this because I glanced. The other one is down, but this one has unexpected visitor. So let's look at it. 41, that's a 5. Something's going to come through. It's going to feel like a change. So maybe clean your house. just know that maybe expect the unexpected. Maybe somebody's going to come out of the blue over to see you, a surprise invitation that you could also be receiving. Unexpected. I'm getting that in the past you may have expected to do something with this person. Maybe plans got canceled or changed, or a rain check came, but that rain never came through. You never actually got to have that experience that you were thinking about. Maybe this is the chance to have that experience, to do something cool, but this could be somebody that you plan something with as well, but the experience you have is unexpectedly delightful. So I see this open door. If somebody's giving you an invitation, calling you on the phone, sending you a text, sending you some kind of invite or something like that, I think maybe go. You're going to have a really good time, even if it seems like something you're not really into. I think that was kind of an interesting side message. So even though it's going to catch you off guard, you kind of have a little inkling now that that is going on. So if you do need to do any kind of preparation, cleaning house, having, you know, doing your dishes, having food in the refrigerator, anything like that. Maybe start to make those preparations now. I'm not sure why I see a bunch of board games. Maybe you have board games or you play games or something like that. Maybe that's meaningful to you. I don't really know that many games. The first thing I think of is Yahtzee. Maybe Yahtzee is important. Let's continue. Let's bounce around today and go to, this is the Clarifying Love Situations deck. What is another message on physical activity, listening, and unexpected visitors? Please and thank you. What is one message on the collectives, partnership, relationship, friendship? What they are thinking about, what do they need to know? Please and thank you. I looked at the clock on my camera right at 11:11 exactly when I looked up. What did I just say about the games where I saw like Yahtzee or Parcheesi or the Game of Life, or I don't know, I haven't played board games in so long, but now you have silly games. So maybe it's tic-tac-toe, maybe it's playing pinochle or poker, or, you know, even something with cards. So silly games is coming through, but this is a nice card. This isn't games that are annoying, somebody playing games with you kind of card. This is somebody could be playing it cool because they want to win. They're just not putting all of their cards on the table. They're doing something the slow way. This is somebody who's testing the waters. It's harmless games. It's sometimes somebody who is hiding their true feelings or intentions, but it's learning to be vulnerable. So maybe this is a situation that starts slow. Maybe something opens up slowly here. I see a really nice back and forth energy with that tic-tac-toe. Your turn, my turn. Your turn, my turn. But it's possible that somebody has deeper feelings going on inside of them than they know how to express. So maybe those true feelings are felt but not heard. But with this, I'm getting that the moment is going to come where either you're going to hear by feeling someone's true energy and intentions, where they're at, whatever way that is, or that conversation is going to happen in the right timing. I hear when the right song is on. I don't know why. It's also possible that you have deep feelings for someone and don't know how to express it. So learning to be vulnerable can be hard. Sometimes we're taught that expressing your feelings or those deep emotions or crying or saying all that lovey-dovey stuff is not right. You have to be strong and you have to unlearn that, or be with the right person where you feel comfortable enough to let your hair down and take your shoes off. But it looks like something is going to come through that's going to make you feel comfortable. I just see like really comfortable home environment, hanging out on the porch, shoes off, hair down, stretchy pants on, innocence, fun. I just saw badminton. Maybe you play badminton or something that's sort of fun outside in the yard. And for some reason with you guys, I keep going back in my mind and seeing hula hoop and roller skates. I know that's sort of childlike things, but adults can do that, and that could be really, really fun. Especially if you have the hula hoops that light up, that have LED lights. How fun is that? Maybe you do that. So let's see. I wonder if they have roller skates with wheels that light up. That would be cool. I've never looked that up. Maybe that's something you, if you know about light up roller skates, maybe put that in the comments below. Let's do something different. Let's do an angel number. Let's get one angel number. Clarity on silly games, physical activity, listening, and unexpected visitors. And or a surprise invitation. With the test, I'm keep looking at the testing waters here and playing it cool to win. I kind of feel in the beginning, maybe with a specific partnership, somebody might be, maybe if they were gone for a little while or coming back into the picture, or you're in a new situation. Maybe it's asking some questions to see where you're coming from, or see, I'm getting how you react. But with the testing waters, what's that game that you play? Like, would you do this or that? Like, if you were in this position, in this, like, total will never happen kind of scenario, would you rather do that, or lose this, or go that way? I don't know what that's called. That game, to kind of see how somebody would answer, and how that brings a lot of information on how people are. Like, it gets past a lot of layers really fast and opens up really interesting conversation. I don't know what that game is called. But if there's a name for that game and you know, put that below in the comments. But I see that kind of thing, like really deep, weird, interesting, outlandish, scenario land kind of questions, but that get a good conversation going and maybe open up for something deeper to come out. Let's get one angel number for the collective, please. And thank you on silly games, physical activity, listening, and unexpected visitors. Cycles, 1919. That makes me think of the hula hoop and a bicycle. I just wanted to go in Spanish for some reason and say bicicleta. Karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, and rebirth. Releasing old karma, releasing an old cycle, not getting stuck on the hamster wheel, not doing something the same way again, elevating, escalating, changing, growing, putting an old chapter away and starting a new one. Oh, interesting. It says, you have a double message. It says karma will be paying you a visit. You have unexpected visitors. So release the need to control, because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that you don't repeat in the future, and make some space for new experiences. So if this is somebody coming back from the past, there's a way for you to listen differently, maybe even act in a different way physically. Be a little more vulnerable and not repeat the same cycle in the same way with a person if they're coming back from the past. You can have the same people but not repeat the same patterns, but that starts with you. So what is the pattern you were repeating? How is it you were responsible for that situation, not blaming the other or the circumstances or all that out there. It's bringing that energy and attention back to you, the focus back to you, because the change starts there. It could be once it starts there and you recognize what you would do the same, what you wouldn't do the same, the beautiful things that you learned from the past that you're going to keep, and the stuff that you're not going to repeat. And you can have a good conversation about that and get on the same page as somebody else. Because people can't read your mind if you're hiding your true intentions or your feelings. And if you've planted beautiful seeds and beautiful vibrations of love out there, something will come back around, even if it's unexpected or in a different place or through a different means or a different person or a different partnership or a different opportunity. The right vibrations that you've put out there might not come back right away, but they will eventually circulate back around to you. I feel like you're going to get a gift. I see somebody wanting to fix something, heal something, mend something, change a cycle that was not going so well. I see, like, I'm going to show you my makeup. Like something very 2D, like a hamster wheel. It just kind of keeps going around like this. And I see the possibility, it's the only thing I saw that was around me that was that shape, to become a ball. Do I have a ball? Yes. To become more like a spiritual sphere of energy, a situation, a partnership that grows out like this as it's moving at the same time. Sometimes I see elusive things, but something that seemed very flat. And even if it was moving forward, it was just sort of, I'm getting meh, becomes spherical and spiritual and sparkly and vibrates and grows like a universe. It's just a different kind of growth than just getting by and getting forward and day to day. It feels expansive and beautiful. So it does say here, you don't have to force something. If you have energy on anything that's forcing something, you're smuggling that energy and stopping the growth or the possibility for it to be what you can dream, or even better, or really different than you thought. But if it's releasing something because it's not working anymore, it takes you releasing that energy. For some, like I just see space here, and I see you cleaning house too. So maybe cleaning up the mess if it was a messy situation, getting everything on the table. It makes me think of when you clean a drawer. Sometimes you just need to dump the drawer out, get it empty, see all the junk on the table, get rid of what is garbage and start to organize it. And then eventually that heap of garbage, annoying as it is to look at when it's there, becomes organized and streamlined and smooth and so much better when you open that drawer. But I think that could be actual advice if it's a cleaning thing, but it could be metaphoric too, whether if that's a situation. Once it's all there on the table, you see it. You're not sweeping something under the rug. You're not hiding it in the weird drawer that you never go in. It's there and it's organized. And now when you go back to something, it just feels better every time because you made some adjustments, but it takes energy. You have to get rid of the old shit and you have to make space for new beautiful things to come in. I hope what I said there made sense. So let's go to the tarot. Let's do it. Let's start with one from this Art of Life. And I kind of feel like we should go to a different tarot deck. Let's start with one card. What is the overall energy on cycles 1919? It does make me think of, kind of brings me back to the physical activity too. Switching something up, changes, doing something a different way, rebirth. Getting back your power. It has judgment there. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on someone else. Hear somebody's perspective out first before you presume you know what was going on in someone else's world or life or feelings or emotion or situation, and vice versa. And then adjust accordingly. Just one message to bridge all these cards right now for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, that's a nice thing to come through. We got the 10 of Cups. I love this card. It just looks like my sister. She's outside in a wall of roses, almost like she's dancing. With these two together, I feel like this is spending time with somebody you really love, you get along with, you laugh with, you enjoy being around. But with the 10 of Cups, the message starts within you. You starting to do things that you enjoy. You love being around yourself, having fun yourself without having to involve anyone else or require anyone else for you to have a good time. Start there. And then think about the people you do have, maybe one-on-one first, that you really enjoy being around, that you feel comfortable around. You want to let your hair down, take off your socks and your shoes and hang out with in stretchy pants, and then maybe also get a little dressed up and sassy, do your hair, go on out, have some fun, and go dancing. Doesn't matter what it is. I actually just saw a random road trip. The 10 of Cups is happiness. It's the happily ever after card. It's fulfillment in your heart. It's knowing that you can have this happily ever after, but it starts with recognizing that you choose to be happy with every day that you get to have. Because in reality, life down here isn't a storybook. It's hard sometimes. And you can have different things that happen throughout one day. Different cycles of your life. Changes that come. But this is a conscious choice to look at things through the perspective of happiness. I just saw rose-colored glasses. It's not being the Pollyanna, like, la, 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 and everything's going to be okay, but it's being both realistic and grateful. That even the hard stuff, the lessons, the weird stuff are still blessings. They got you where you need to be. They made the changes you needed to do to get out of a cycle, to get out of maybe a long karmic pattern that you had for maybe this lifetime. You were taught in childhood, maybe lifetimes ago. Who knows? Those hard times are where you elevate and where you grow. And the hard times make you really appreciate when the beautiful things are around you, when you have the right people in your life. This is, let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. When you think of being happy right now, who do you think of first? You just enjoy being around their energy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Marcel Proust. That's such a beautiful card. So let's do a different tarot. I'm not sure which one I want to use though. Well, it's talking about being happy. So let's do this cute little, it's so bent up. You can tell that this deck has been in my purse a few times. All right, so let's go to the Happy Tarot. I'm gonna get a couple more messages, what the collective needs to know on 10 of Cups. Silly games, cycles, physical activity, unexpected visitors, listening. I feel like we should, that's the overall here. So let's clarify the playing it cool to win silly games. Learning to be vulnerable, hiding true feelings or intentions. One card to clarify silly games. For the collective, please and thank you. What is this about? Well, you got the Page of Swords. So this would be silly game. This is somebody coming with a page's energy. So they're coming in with small plans. They're thinking very logically, but it is sticking your toe in because it's just a page's energy here. Somebody's not giving you the full, huge, grand offer. They are coming through and just giving a little bit to see how you would react. This is also with being vulnerable, someone who needs to get more information, somebody that needs to do some more listening, whether this is you or someone else, to get the bigger story, the full picture. If this page is upside down, they come in and have a conversation, assume they know everything that's going on because they went by hearsay. They heard some gossip. They saw one little picture online and made assumptions that it was this thing and this grandiose plan or idea in their head that just isn't reality. But when this page is being smart, they sit back and they observe and they wait for the right timing and they learn. That's what the Page of Swords usually is. It's somebody who's on the observation deck. So maybe somebody who is not quite coming clean with how they feel. They're stepping back and observing. That's that game that I saw with somebody that's kind of digging into learning more about someone by asking some really weird questions. When this page is upright, this page would be smart enough to do that. But they have to unpeel that onion and get more experience and jump on into something already with the Knight's energy to even halfway get to the King or Queen of Swords, to have that experience and that maturity. Here, it's somebody acting immature. Doesn't mean that they can't mature, but it's also an immature relationship. In other words, it's just the beginning. It hasn't gone far enough or gotten deep enough. Maybe if it's new, yet again, if it's starting over, because it is a page, it could be a starting over kind of energy and you have to start small. Or it just never really got off the ground to begin with. But it is a page, so it could be playing games together. Hopefully upside down, it is not mind games. Upright, this is somebody who has the potential to, let's just say, learn chess. They have the potential, but they don't know all the rules yet. They have to have more experience with many games under their belt to know all the future moves that are going to happen. Sometimes this is just a weird text too that you get. It starts with text. It starts very logical, not too emotional. Information, communication. But it's not super emotional with cups and it's not super fiery with passion. It's just sort of, yeah, I'm seeing those games. Mental, but that can be good because mental stimulation can stimulate the emotions and it can stimulate the passion and it can stimulate you to go to the pentacles and put something into reality. So that is an okay place to start if it's starting in the mind, and that's where the stimulation does begin. I'm not sure why I see stimulation here with this page. So let's see. Let's get clarity on. Oh, also Aries, or not Aries. Ooh, that was a Freudian slip. Maybe it's an Aries. Maybe with the stimulation. We're getting started. But it's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius with that page. Let's see what the listening is all about with this. You get another page. Oh no. Yeah, you do. You have another page. Also, I want to take note that this page doesn't quite have a real sword yet. The sword that this page is using is still wooden. It's like Arya, like Arya's dance teacher in Game of Thrones. But I must say, I listened to that episode because I'm that much of a dork. I listened to that episode of Game of Thrones on the director's commentary, and I don't know if it was portrayed in the show. I also listened to every single book of Game of Thrones. I got really into it. I listened to the whole thing, all like 942 CDs of it. But Arya's dance teacher is actually able to defeat the entire Queen's Guard with a wooden sword. And I know on the show they had to change the armor and make it different for how you see it, but the armor in the book that the guards had was almost impossible to penetrate. There was only not even a place for their eye, and somehow that dance teacher, small and little and moving around there, was able to use a wooden sword to defeat an entire situation. So I don't know why that came through right now. That was a really interesting thing to see with that, but sometimes you start with a wooden sword, but it doesn't mean you can't grow and learn and be incredible. That was a really different message. Maybe you're a Game of Thrones fan, but here you got another page, so you're definitely getting a message. Maybe this visitor ends up coming later. Maybe it starts by listening. Communication over the phone, text, video, something like that. But now you have communication or somebody coming on in and wanting to make something real. So now they're out of their thoughts and they want to have some physical activity, or at least begin something to learn how to plant this garden. It's still a page. So it's still somebody coming in very young. It's a very small offer in the beginning. Upside down, this page has the intention to go out and plant that garden, and they get overwhelmed with the weeds and leave the garden and decide to play video games instead. Their lack of attention, or lack of their attention span, doesn't stay true and solid to continue something. Or it could be materialistic too. This person could want to only put effort into something to get something for really selfish reasons, not to just be helpful. But when this person realizes that when they put intention into something to learn, to grow, not just to have and get, how the experience and the education and the lesson is the true value of what they're putting their attention into, and how that will in turn benefit them in the future. This is a smart cookie. I always see this as the teacher's pet. Maybe a little bit of the brown noser here, wanting to be the smartest one in class, but these two together are pretty intelligent. And this one is smart in a different way. They want to physically feel that experience. This is also somebody who is very sensual. They're sensitive to energies and touch. This is definitely the person that would also be on a sports team, getting physical, playing with a hula hoop, playing with a basketball. It even looks like that's a basketball. I just heard volleyball. So if these two are together, it starts small, but these ideas are coming into play in reality. That's 2 pages. That's a Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Don't be afraid to be new. You can be an adult, be experienced, have many relationships. Maybe this relationship that's coming back around or that you're thinking about has had a lot of chapters in it. It's okay to throw everything on the table and go back to the drawing board. Start over. Start fresh. Maybe the message here is to do something with this childlike energy. I also have to mention this could be children too. Or tapping into your inner child, or grandchildren, or stepchildren. Or if you're a teacher, maybe you teach. But this doesn't have to be a child. You're teaching something. This is just somebody who's new and fresh at something, who has a lot of growth that needs to happen. So let's just see. You do have the 10 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles and Swords. So let's get one more to see what the bridge between these pages is. Oh, and it's, there we go. So the bridge between these pages is that when I saw you feeling really comfortable in a situation, this is where you're really comfortable in a situation. This is where you let that inner child inside of you shine, where you are your complete, authentic, full, running around on a horse in your bathing suit or non-bathing suit, or what do they call that? In your birthday suit. Luckily, there's nothing on these cards. I don't have to cover them. Kind of self. The sun just shines a light on anything else that comes through in a reading. It is happiness. It is joy. It's music. It's being silly. It's being fresh and young. It's clarity. It's truth. Even when the sun is upside down, this card is still always good. It's just a cloudy day. This opportunity, this chance to have this kind of sunshine in your life is gonna keep popping up until you get on board with it. You get in sync and in tune with it. You embody it. It's beautiful. The sun comes in and everything looks clear. Everything looks like it's balanced again. Everything has possibilities. You see solutions and opportunities, not problem and worry. There's a wall here. So I get both protection, and if you were building up a wall, that wall coming down, or you at least finding the right way in your energy to jump over that wall like a hurdle that never got in your way at all. And it's following the direction of the sun. You have these sunflowers here, like, hello, sunshine. And then, hello, sunshine. So it's recognizing something in your life that gives you that energy of play, like you were a kid, like you're yourself, where you shine, where you can just be you. You can be natural. If that's a person, it's calling that person up. If that's an environment, it's spending more time in that environment. If that's just you starting to listen to yourself, listen to your higher self, pray, hear the answered prayers that come through you from God, from the divine, into your physical body. And this is bringing you this beautiful happiness that you get to have every day. Or at least recognizing on those cloudy days or cycles, it's still such a blessing to get to be here. So let's do one more card. That's beautiful. I love that the sun and the 10 of cups. I feel like you just have to sort of start something a little bit new, fresh. Throw all that junk out onto the table. Get rid of what you don't need. Start fresh. Within yourself first, possibly with someone else, possibly in a new environment. Allow yourself time to play. Even if you're working, if you really love what you're doing, it's almost like the clock melts in the wall. It kind of fades away because you get to do it every day. You get to wake up and have that experience, or get to wake up and be with that person or those people, or get to wake up and do that thing that you planned yesterday that you're so excited to do. You get to wake up and try something new. I'm getting that you get to wake up listening to the truth inside your soul. So let's do this. Where is it? Winged Enchantment. One more card. I hope you guys found this reading helpful. I feel so blessed to be here with you guys. Also, thank you so much for liking this video. It's something really easy you can do that helps out me and this channel. And I love reading your comments. Thank you for all your beautiful comments, guys. So let's sum up this reading with one winged enchantment. What does the collective need to know to be helpful on silly games? 10 of Cups. Some text message or little messages coming through, but bringing something new, a new start, a new way of hearing and listening. I just heard, gonna get physical, physical. Well, that slipped in at the end. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, so you got the sun and now you have the eagle. And I just think of that video. The eagle completely transforms itself into a brand new eagle. Maybe I can find that video again and I'll put it below. It was amazing. So, in a nutshell, at 40 years old, when the talons of the eagle are dull and the beak is bent and the feathers are heavy, the eagle goes and bangs its beak off, pulls its nails off, pulls all of its feathers off, and sits there for however many months and grows back new feathers and new talons and a new beak until they are a fresh new bird again, so that they can live to about 70 years old. Total transformation, like a real phoenix rising energy, but self-made. So, and also the eagle can fly so high. It's like the heavy weight of the sky. They can fly above and soar. Ten. It's also like the Wheel of Fortune. Show you that. It's such a powerful bird. I have eagles that are by me. Every once in a while, they're just hanging out in my tree outside. It's like me. It's like the size of me sitting in a tree. They're just hanging out there. It's pretty cool. All right, 10, eagle. I am eagle, the thread that binds you to spirit. I am the great sky dancer. I am your ascension made manifest. I am power in flight. I am the one that soars highest with the least amount of effort. I am faith in that which carries me. You have been called to evolve. That's the transformation, like that. I'm going to find that video. I'm going to put it below for you guys. It blew my mind. I've never knew that about eagles before. You have been called to evolve, and I'm here to guide you. Your soul demands growth, and I am your nourishment. I am your signal to climb higher, push harder, and then let go. It does say no need to force things. You're persevering and doing something, but then you're having this beautiful release. Do not attempt to steer. That's a double message. You cannot force things. And this is allow that final push. Wait, where am I? Climb higher, push harder, let go. Allow that final push and then float freely on the changes that are coming. Do not attempt to steer the process. Don't put weird strings on your situation of manipulation, trying to control. Just allow yourself to go with that flow. Follow that, like the river of life. Just float along. Float along those rapids. Hang out in the lull. Go with the flow of something. It's taking you to your destiny. It's taking you to the right place. Clinging to dogma can hamper inner flight. That's unlearning. Sometimes these are the karmic lessons we're taught. We don't even know that it's a cycle we're going through because it was the huge of what you grew up with. Until you go into something, or you recognize something different, or you talk to someone different, or you see a different environment, or you get to feel something that doesn't feel like that. So how can that be right if that doesn't feel right and this feels different? It's always allowing yourself to have adjustments and be flexible for how you learn your spiritual lessons. What's the right path for you is not going to be the same for someone else. But if you're living with that truth and love, the highest vibration that you can have, then you're on the right path. Enlightenment will not come from books or classes. It is a lifelong journey. You may not know what the next thermal is coming to lift your wings, but have faith and make that leap anyway. Break the chains, learn to soar, get outside of your head and fly. This person is staying in their mind so much. It's gonna stall them from listening to their heart there. That is going to help bring the balance in the right choice. Your mind can play games on you, even if you're very logical and really smart, super intelligent, a genius. But your mind can get in your own way if you don't involve your spirit, your heart, and your emotions in the whole balance of all of your bodies. You are gaining altitude and you are reaching the sky. You are limitless. You are eagle. Hey, look at you guys. I enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you soon. Bye.